Huh. So, no cheese, like we saw, the first time on this map. Not between these players, of course, but there was a Terran present, so... You can bunker rush here. Bunker rush is actually still very efficient against Zerg players. You just deny the expansion and expand behind it. And then get more Marines and push.
And as we all know, Zerg must expand or die.
Yeah. More than any other race, Zerg is expansion dependent, since I mean, in theory they can always get a macro hatch, but they have to support that income of the larva of the macro hatch as well. So
I mean, their base is their only production unit, so well, yeah.
it's gonna be a standard Reaper expand out of innovation.
For two standard Reaper expands for innovation, which just seems so standard to an innovative player.
Well, I mean, basically everyone Reaper expands. Unless they're feeling slightly greedy, then they'll CC first. Or unless they're Bomber, and then you don't know.
But then you never know.
It's like Bomber is actually innovation. Or the other way around.
Or both.
Ah. What were you saying about all StarCraft players are the same person?
Oh yes, time traveler, with shapeshifting.
Yes, yes. Nerd humor. All those Velociraptors and what ifs.
I was so depressed when I found out that a story similar to that was actually floating around on the web, and then I thought I was so clever because I thought about myself.
Doctor Who is before you were born, though.
Yes, I'm sure every single story in modern fiction, modern cinema, modern theater, everything in the world has been thought up by someone, somewhere in the past, however long human history has been going on.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that way. Like, it's like... Okay, let me try and think of an example.
It wasn't making a folk waltz pendulum 200 years late.
Okay. That... I was trying to go for something a little bit more, mainstream, but... I suppose that will do. Oh, you know what else has it besides time traveling races? Besides Doctor Who is Star Trek Enterprise.
Mm.
But obviously
Yes.
that's much more recent.
Yes,
Also, time and space
Federation,
is
that's
much more different
29th
animal
century.
than just time.
Time is squiggly.
Yes, I know, I agree, but
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
I can't pull the first card. I can't pull the full spread on that one, but still.
So it's gonna be normal Hellion follow-up after the Reapers, or Reaper rather. I don't think he's gonna go for much more.
Wait, isn't Tenet the one that's, about with the walking timey and stuff?
Yes.
So, didn't he start in 2005?
I think so.
He did, I guess.
For Eccleston, 2005.
I think technically half the first bit on that one.
Oh, you mean on time being squiggly?
Yes.
Okay.
Ha! I knew time was squiggly before it was cool.
Third CC is complete. There are Hellions back at home. Hellions are continuing to be made. And, yeah. Stim is being researched. So, we're not going to see mech out of our Terran player this game. And, I mean, in some senses, Deadwing is like the perfect map to mech on. Because all four your first starting 4 bases are very easy to defend together. You just camp everything at the front, and you can hold indefinitely. So that is the map to go mech. So we probably won't see mech again from Innovation. I expect more standard bio, as it were. I think that was more to just throw his opponent off and make him feel uncomfortable and not really give I mean, it basically makes it so that the rest of these DRG cannot use game 1 as an example template for how his opponent plays. It's sort of the same mentality as like why Xenador cheesed on game 1 of his finals, is that that basically removed any it made it so that Kraken had no knowledge to work off of for how Xenador plays. I mean, there were other reasons for doing that too, but as cheese is a little bit different, as it's largely intended to get inside your opponent's head and make them play scared.
Speed of hand, speed of mind. To quote the old man who from that one book, the Count of Monte Cristo, the old man who trains him in the prison.
Oh.
Oh, him.
Overlords are nicely positioned. You see that the third has been taken by the movement of SCVs, and know that the wall is there. So DRG is probably not going to try anything. This is actually where this map starts to get very scary for the well, not quite yet, but in, I want to say, the next 3 minutes, DRG is going to find himself in a tough position because he has not gone for a Roach all-in, and therefore will be forced to take his fourth rather, and there's just no good place to take a fourth as a Zerg on this map. Simply put.
Zerg.
He's getting a Baneling Nest and a Macro Hatch. That's interesting. Yes, he should get a Macro Hatch, but I would think he would want to put... if you're ever playing on a map like this where you have your fourth is hard to get creep to regardless of two different locations, like he can take his fourth here or here. I would say forget the Macro Hatch, take a fourth and a fifth and cancel whichever one gets pressured if need be. And then don't worry about saturating your fifth if both of them go up. Just use that as your Macro Hatch. Now granted, you won't necessarily have a queen there as often, so then you're going to suffer on your injects without good... Or it might be harder to inject without proper control. But I mean, it definitely solves the problem of getting that fourth up. Which income is always more important than injects. Marginally so. I mean, injects are great, but if you don't have the money to use the larva, what does it matter? That, I will clarify my statement that way. Fourth is going up for DRG. There is creep here, but it has not extended very far yet. There's not much on the map for innovation yet. I don't see any Widow Mines yet. So I'm not sure how he plans on pushing this. He is gonna poke at the front with some Marines, but they will be forced to pick up and relocate. These Hellions haven't... Innovation likes to play this very passively sometimes. It's kind of strange to me. This drop is gonna swing around the left-hand side. It will mean to hit the third. Meanwhile, he's gonna take his Hellions and whatever other reinforcements he has and assault this fourth base location. He's not getting the better end of this trade. These Hellions are not where they want to be. The reinforcing Marines scare the Lings away. And I hope he has Hellbats soon, because he can morph them. So if he doesn't turn those into Hellbats, they're gonna find themselves in a very annoying position. Oh, I don't remember if the patch is what helped the transformation. Anyways, it's gonna clear a creep tumor, maybe 2 or 3. Actually that scan is allowing him to clear several. He will have to back up as the Banelings are rolling on creep. That's the last thing you need as a Terran. Banelings rolling on creep. And getting cost-efficient trades. Zerg economics.
Zergonomics.
It's worse than communist economics.
Still kind of creepy.
Oh yes.
Alt.
See, I told you. Isn't it annoying? He does have a pair of Widow Mines. He needs more.